people, what we're saying, and we're back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the match preview to Arsenal versus Manchester United at the Emirates that's taking place Wednesday evening. But before we get into any of that, make sure you're liking the video, make sure you're dropping a comment, algorithm settings, trying to get as many Shinobi checking out the new content as possible, and make sure you are subscribing to the village hidden in the north. We got loads of missions that we need more Shinobi for. We've grown the village quite a lot recently, but we need more Shinobi. You get it? So you know what to do. Don't be frauds. While you're there, slap the bell so you're notified when I'm dropping videos and going live. And enjoy your stay. So look, yeah. Manchester United are coming to the Emirates. Yeah? Coming to the Emirates. And they got a new manager. And a lot of them are talking like Ruben Amorim is really going to make the difference. But you see me, I'm chilled. I'm laid back. Do you know why? Because these men are getting slapped. Yeah? These men are getting washed. Yeah? Washing machines live longer with Calgon, them type of settings. You know, them way there. It's gonna be a spliffage and I need it. Yeah? It's not too often Arsenal have been kind of, I guess you could say, more domineering than Manchester United over a prolonged period of time, and they come to our ground knowing that they haven't won at our ground in like 5-6 seasons, and we just need to show them what's what. We need to show them what's what. When I was growing up, yeah, and Manchester United were in their heyday, like we'd always go to Old Trafford and they would remind us, you get it, who's the top dog out of the two at the time. They'd always do it, yeah? But now the roles have reversed, and we need to show them that it doesn't matter that you got a new manager. It doesn't matter that you just beat Everton 4-0. None of that matters. It doesn't matter that you beat Bodo Glimt 3-2. None of that matters, yeah? We're above you. We're the better team. We've been the better team the last 2 seasons. We have the better players. We have the better squad. We have the better first 11. We have the better manager, yeah? In the Prem at least. You know, overall, it's debatable. And we need to really stamp our authority. If we cannot put these men in a spliff now, when can we? That's the way that I'm seeing it. And look, Erdegaard's back. Although I have been hearing rumours that he might miss the game due to his firstborn child being on the way. Apparently, tomorrow is meant to be the day that his missus gives birth. And if he can't make it due to that, then so be it. Family comes first, right? But if he plays, blood, that is crazy. Because we all know what Erdegaard's been like since coming back, yeah? Now, on the off chance he's not there, I still think that we've got a midfield strong enough, you know? I think Partey is definitely going to be playing. You know, Jorginho got the full 90 in the last game against West Ham. I think that signifies that Partey is on his way back. You know, why give Jorginho 90 minutes if you know that like 4 days later you're going to have to give him another 90? To me, doesn't make sense. We all know that Jorginho's legs just not in the game anymore. You know, he's kind of on his way out. Probably his final season in football, at least at the top level. Wouldn't be surprised to see him enter a coaching role at Arsenal after this season. So I'm hanging on the hopes that Partey is going to be coming back in. So I expect to see a midfield of Partey and Rice. Now, look, if Erdegaard's not playing, then maybe a Trossard goes there. Hasn't been that great playing in the 10, but he's coming off the back of I think he scored 2 goals in his last 2 games. So, you know, a bit of confidence there. Do you know what I mean? And then maybe, just maybe, and maybe I'm wishing on a star, maybe Ethan Nwaneri gets his first start in the 10. Who knows? And if Ethan starts, boy, these man are getting roasted like Christmas dinner. Yeah? Because we are in December. Get roasted like Christmas dinner. Yeah? Can't lie. Yeah? But look, you know, outside of that, I expect Raya to play. You know, I expect a back four of Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, and Calafiori. If not Calafiori, then probably Zinchenko. Or we might even play a Kiwior left back. Or we might even play Timber left back and maybe slot a Partey in at right back. There's loads of different things that he can do. But as long as Timber, Gabriel, and Saliba are there, I've got no concerns. You know, I know Diallo, he's looking good recently, but I feel like Arteta can just dash a Timber at left back and then just lock him up for the whole game. The whole game. You know, I imagine with Declan Rice playing in the midfield as well, locking him up. And I do imagine Martinelli, who's been rested, I don't know if a lot of people realise, I don't think he's played any minutes in the last 2-3 games. Being rested. Maybe Arteta's gone, you know what? Maybe you just need a few games just to relax, just to rest, just to recharge. And then your legs will be in the right place to El Cocoroni, these brothers. Do you know what I mean? So with him tracking back, Diallo's not going to get the type of space he needs to do the things that he does when he's on the ball. Yeah? Now, Manchester United's midfield, do I fear it? Hell no. Hell to the no. Especially considering Kobe's not available, you know. Me believing Kobe being one of their better players. Yeah. Now don't get me wrong. Ugarte, Casemiro, potentially a Mount and a Fernandez somewhere. Not really the type of midfielder I'll be worried about as an Arsenal fan, you know them way there. I don't care about these, man. I don't care about none of their players. Do you know what? The only thing I'll give them is Mazraoui has been playing really well. De Ligt's been playing really well. And Onana has been outstanding this season. That I will give them. But the barrage upon barrage upon barrage upon barrage of attacks, the waves and waves and waves of attacks that they'll be facing, we're going to get a goal. And then we're going to get another goal. And then we're going to get another goal. And it's going to be peak. Do you know what I mean? Saka is going to cook these man. Saka does love a goal against United, you know. He likes to score against United, you know. If I'm correct, if I'm wrong, I think he scored last season in the reverse week and the season before. He may have actually scored at Emirates and at Old Trafford as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know. But I do know that he does like to score against them. He likes to do a little something. And we all know what. Hey, do you remember? Hey, it actually was Manchester United where Declan Rice scored his debut goal for Arsenal. Well, not debut goal. His first goal. Yeah, Declan Rice's first goal was against Manchester United for Arsenal. And hey, he might just have something for you again. For you again. Because look, he's probably going to play in the 8, which means he's going to get forward a lot more, which means he's going to be in a lot more forward positions. Whereas I believe last time he played, he was in the 6. And yeah, I don't know, man. I just expect utter domination. I won't lie. It's not even a disrespecting to Manchester United. It's just we're just better than you. We're just better than you. The same way I thought that we would smoke West Ham. We smoked West Ham because we're better than them. That's just what it is. We're just better than you. That's all it is. Maybe one day, if you're ever better than us again in the future, I'll be like, maybe it'll be a draw. But as it stands right now, we're just better than you. And look, the Amorim system, the last time Arsenal went up against a 3-4-3 system, a 3-back system, scored 5 goals. So obviously, I do think Amorim will be using that match against Sporting as like a point of reference for what to do against Arsenal and maybe build a counter plan. But I don't think the players have had enough time just in general to adapt to his new system, let alone him try and implement tweaks to deal with what Arteta could potentially do against that system and it work, right? Just is what it is, you know? Again, no disrespect. Actually, do you know what? Bun it. Full disrespect. We're going to smoke Manchester United. Sorry, Manchester United fans. I know there's a lot of you Manchester Shinobi up in the village, yeah? But is what it is, innit? We're cooking you. I'm one of the Arsenal fans that's saying we're cooking you, we're spliffing you up. All of that, grinder settings, the OCB, just, yeah, sprinkling it. Them way they're rolling, all of that. Yeah, dragon settings, you get it. So, aside from that, I haven't really heard too much team news as it stands. I've kind of been busy all day recording, but I do know that 100% Kobe and Lissandro are both out. So that does weaken Manchester United's kind of overall squad. Like the way that I see it is whatever lineup they go out with is probably the lineup they're gonna have to finish with. Do you know what I mean? I mean, maybe something that could be a bit difficult with is like obviously they play with wing backs. So how are we gonna mark that? Like how are we gonna pay attention to their wing backs? Like what how do we manage that? That's probably the trickiest thing. And obviously playing with like an RAM and a LAM like that comes like inside, and then when the wing backs are coming like on transition they could overload our final third quite quickly, quite easily, which could be a bit of a struggle. But I would say Arsenal, we're one of the teams that when we do lose the ball, we get back into our defensive shape really quickly. And then we just make it congested, right? We make it really compact, really congested. And if anything, I would anticipate them either having to pass it back or maybe they'll try whipping a few crosses. But then even then, I'm more than comfortable with our defense being able to deal with it. The likes of Gabriel, the likes of Saliba, they'll eat it up. I kind of imagine this game, at least when they attack, which I don't think will happen too often because I do think we'll dominate a lot of the ball, being sort of similar to the Tottenham game where we forced Tottenham out wide and kind of forced them to whip balls into the box, which is like bread and butter for us, really. Um, and yeah, I mean, like, I'm gonna be looking at the likes of Havertz. Like, what can you do in this game? Maybe even there's a potentiality for the likes of Jesus to play a part in this game and have a real impact because they struggled to deal with Jesus last time. Um, but yeah, I mean, outside of you know, outside of potentially Erdegaard not being there, there is rumors that Gabriel might be missing, but I think that because we didn't make use of the concussion sub, we took him off at halftime. I think that that indicates to me that you will see Gabriel play in some way, shape, or form against Manchester United. Whether it's he starts the game and comes off at halftime again, or maybe Kiwior starts at left centre back, which I wouldn't be too worried about against Man. I don't really fear Manchester United's attack like that. Um, and then maybe Gabriel comes on in the second half. I don't know, but to some degree, you will see Gabriel there. And then it's really about like, cool. Let's just say the scenario where defensively they're sound, they're limiting our chances, so on and so forth. We're not really allowed to create as much as I expect us to. How do Manchester United deal with us from corners? Not many teams have been able to. They don't really have the greatest of height, and even if they do sacrifice some of their more smaller technical players for their players with height, is it enough to deal with us from set pieces? I don't think so. If Saka's taking the corner, you got to think there's the likes of Gabriel in there. There's the likes of Saliba in there, potentially Calafiori, Kai Havertz, Declan Rice. Thomas Partey. These are all tall brothers. Do you know what I mean? These are all tall brothers. These are all brothers that just leap. And do you know what? Truth be told, I know he's not the biggest, but he can leap. Urian Timber. So we have a lot of aerial threat. We have a lot of aerial threat. So, I've said it already on a few streams, and I will say it again. I'm going for the 3-0 home victory. Arsenal take the W. How's about those apples? Or I think it's them apples. How's about some apples? You get it? So, looking forward to the game. I think it is going to be a very entertaining game. I love watching clashes between Arsenal and Manchester United. I won't lie. It's one of my favourite fixtures in the scheduling. And yeah, let's just bring home the 3 points. This is a must win. We cannot draw this. We cannot lose this. We must win, and we will win. People, let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure you're liking the video. Make sure you're supporting the channel, and I'll catch you next time.